What's going on YouTube? It is Repost back in another video. In today's video, I have a video about the Texans versus the Cardinals game. It's the key takeaways from this game. Texans put up 40, only allowed 20 points against the Cardinals. So yeah, these are the key takeaways. Let me know if there's anything you liked from this game or didn't like down in the comment section below. I was at this game. I'm a season ticket holder, so I get a first. Or well, I'm in 139, so pretty low down, so I get pretty firsthand of everything that's going on. The only game I wasn't at was the Broncos this year and the Bills, but I've been to every single one other than that. Buccaneers on Monday night, 49ers, Titans. This one, what other ones were there? There's another one I'm missing in Jaguars. Um, so yeah, just missed two because I had some events. And Thursday night I just wasn't able to make it. But yeah, I've been to every game this season. This was definitely one of my favorite ones. Because the Texans put up 40. Offense looked great. Offense was dominating the the game instead of the defense for one time. Went up 17-0 early. Scored an opening drive touchdown in 2 plays. Took 49 seconds. Good return by Jalen Noel out to the 41-yard line, which was then a 2-yard run by Woody Marks and then a 57-yard catch by Nico Collins, I want to say. Uh, Texans go up 7-0 right away. Then you have a fumble forced by Jamal Hill on the special team side of things. Texans get stuffed, forced to a field goal. And then um, the Cardinals go for -7 yards on their opening drive, I believe. And then the Texans are able to drive down the field. And then it is capped by Woody Marks, rushing touchdown, fumble recovery touchdown, whatever you want to call it. Um, then comes the Cardinals with their first touchdown in the game. I want to say to Trey McBride on a drag route, which Clark was covering him, which I don't know why. Then goes to 20-7. Texans kick a field goal. Kaimi Fairbairn 55-yarder, I want to say. Um, and then we score another field goal again. It is 23-7 headed into half. We had an opportunity to go 26-7 up. Um, but was ultimately blocked after we stuffed the Cardinals on fourth down with the Sheldon Rankins sack, or Denico Autry sack, sorry. And then, yeah, Kaimi Fairbairn's field goal is ultimately blocked. 23-7 headed into half. Then it turns into 30-7 with a touchdown throw by Stroud to Dalton Schultz. Then the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown to Michael Wilson. And then we answer back with a field goal. It's 33-14. Then Texans score another touchdown. CJ Stroud to Nico Collins, and then I believe it was Trey McBride again for the Cardinals to make it 40-20. And then that's how it finished. Texans are able to just see the game out after starting out 17-0. But I do have some points here I want to make in this video, so let's move on. Starting with CJ Stroud, who I thought really looked back to his rookie self today. 22 for 29. I think started out 10 for 11 or 11 for 12, something like that. His only incompletion being a throwaway in the end zone. Technically intended to Jaden Higgins, but just threw it away to the right corner of the end zone. Nothing there. Yeah, started out great. Obviously, 57-yard pass to Nico Collins for the first touchdown. Went 22 for 29, threw for 260 passing yards. Some really nice completions there to Nico Collins. Who went over 1,000 yards today, so congratulations to him. Only Texans receiver other than Andre Johnson and DeAndre Hopkins to do that in 3 consecutive seasons. Definitely deserves it. But yeah, CJ Stroud, 260 passing yards, was able to spread the ball around, had two key targets in this game, which was Dalton Schultz and Nico Collins, obviously. Had a nice check down to Dare that went for around 20 yards. Jaden Higgins only had one catch on the day, I believe. Woody Marks may have got involved in the passing game a little bit. Um, but yeah, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 to Nico, 1 to Dalton Schultz. Had 6 rushes, 2 of them being kneel downs, and then 10 rushing yards. So 4 for 12, if you do want to count it, was just able to get some yards when there was nothing there. One of them he did get kind of like sacked, but was able to fall forward for 2 yards. Um, so yeah, didn't run that ball that much, even though it says he had 6 attempts, but it was more like 4, more like 3 technically. But yeah, looked really good today. The play that impressed me the most, I would say, is when I believe it was Walter. was it Walter Nolan? I don't know. It was an interior defensive lineman for the Cardinals came free. C.J. Stroud was able to evade out to his right like he did against the Chiefs. Schultz comes back across the left of his body. Stroud is able to make the throw over a running back, which was Woody Marks, I believe, on the play, and a linebacker covering Woody Marks, able to throw over them, and then fit it to the left of Dalton Schultz. So it's away from the linebacker. Dalton Schultz is able to turn up for a nice gain. But yeah, just some really nice plays by C.J. Stroud today. Just able to take care of the ball. Really efficient when he was passing. Um, you know, that 57-yard play to Nico wasn't a deep ball. It was just a throw over the middle. There was no safety help on Nico Collins at that point. Someone did trip him up, but he was able to break the tackle, and the Texans started out brilliantly. Play that he threw to Dalton Schultz, he was just able to roll out, extend the play. Could have maybe ran for the touchdown if he wanted to, but he saw a wide open Dalton Schultz in the back of the end zone. Decides to throw it to him. He's wide open. It's a touchdown. Um, had a nice throw to Dalton Schultz in the corner of the end zone, which could have been his fourth passing touchdown. But the Cardinals defender ended up grabbing Dalton Schultz's face mask, called pass interference. Woody Marks was able to punch it in for a rushing touchdown instead. So yeah, C.J. Stroud, great game. Other passing touchdown to Nico Collins. Nico Collins ran an in-breaking route from the right-hand side over to the middle of the end zone. C.J. Stroud was just able to find him. Offensive line held up brilliant for C.J. Stroud all day. I think got sacked only once, and it was only like a 4-yard loss. Um, so yeah, really efficient day for C.J. Stroud. Is starting to look very good in this offense, kind of like he did against Denver. Obviously had the concussion, and then tough test against the Chiefs. Looked very good against the Colts, besides that interception. But showed really nice flashes against the Chiefs. Just wasn't that efficient, obviously, when Chris Jones is wreaking havoc. But yeah, really good game for C.J. Stroud. Probably one of his best this season. Up there with the 49ers game and the Ravens game. So testament to him for this performance. Very efficient, very accurate with the ball too. Um, 3 passing touchdowns. I think his highest tally besides the Ravens game, where I think he had 4 um, this season. So yeah, great job by C.J. Stroud. Other than that, our top 2 targets 8 today. Dalton Schultz and Nico Collins combined for 10 catches today. Dalton Schultz had 7 of them. Nico Collins only had 3. They equated for 160 receiving yards. Dalton Schultz went 8 for 70, or no, maybe it was, yeah, sorry, it's 11 catches, not 10. Sorry, 11 catches. Dalton Schultz went 8 for 76, and then Nico Collins went 7 for 84. And he needed, I think, 83 to get to the 1,000-yard mark. And that touchdown catch solidified it for him. Did have a really nice play, where he just absolutely broke Will Johnson, but apparently Blake Fisher didn't call eligible when everyone thought he did. But yeah, sorry, that's incorrect. It's 11 catches for 160 receiving yards, 3 receiving touchdowns. Dalton Schultz had the bulk of it. 8 of those catches were to him. 8 of 11 instead of 10. Yeah, just really available on those checkdowns, really available across the middle of the field. CJ Stroud was able to find him a lot as a security blanket, which I really like. And then Nico Collins broke a play, first play of the game, able to score another one, 2 touchdowns on the day with 3 catches for 84 yards. So, testament to them. They, really just showed how weak that Cardinal secondary really was, without Max Melton, without Jalen Thompson. Buda Baker didn't really have that much impact on the game, nor did Will Johnson. Um, and these 2 guys were really good today. So testament to them for their performances. Yeah, 2 of the offensive MVPs today. But the running game was also effective. Yeah, 27 carries between Jawar Jordan, Woody Marks, and Daria Ogumbuwale. Technically 33 overall in the game if you want to count Stroud's, but I didn't put that there because I'm just talking about the running backs here. Woody Marks started the game out pretty well. Um, had an 11-yard run or 12-yard run after we turned the ball over from the Cardinals. 2-yard run on the opening drive, but obviously it was only a 2-play drive. But 27 carries between the 2 of them. I believe Woody Marks only had around 30 yards or 31. Um, but he only had 7 carries in the game. Ultimately got pulled because team just wanted to preserve his health because he um, tweaked his ankle early onto the game, and then didn't really need to do much after that because we were already up by so much. Could have just cruise control the result. But Jawar Jordan today, I mean, was just absolutely excellent. I think had around 15 carries or 13 carries. I think 15 was the ultimate number. But put up over 100 yards, didn't get into the end zone, but just a really really good day. Obviously had a 50-yard run on a toss out to the right hand side that he was able to cut back. Just made some really nice cuts today. Was really impressive to watch in person, to be honest. Averaged around 7 a pop. And then Woody Marks was able to find the end zone on that second touchdown of the day to put us up 17-0. Kind of like a messed up snap between Jake Andrews and CJ Stroud that Woody Marks was just able to pick up, runs into the end zone. Um, you know, Maybe it wasn't intended to happen, but it did happen and it worked out. So, good job by Woody being alert there. Jawar Jordan, again, just really, really nice on those tosses. I felt that's where he was the most effective. You got him out into space. First one that went for 50, again, able to just cut back, use the speed, ultimately tracked down. But Cardinals had a safety that Nico Collins was kind of trying to just like shade off, and Jawar Jordan was trying to read that, but by the time he read that, there's players just able to catch up to him. Had some other nice pitch actions off to the left hand side when we were in the red zone. Just a really really good overall day by Jawar Jordan. Really really impressed me. And I wouldn't be mad if he was our RB2 for the rest of the season. I think really impressed a lot of the fan base today. Saw a lot of positive reaction from Jawar Jordan's performance. Maybe you want to rest Woody against the Raiders. You can do that with Jawar Jordan. Maybe you just want to give him a limited snap count just so he doesn't aggravate that ankle too much headed into the Chargers game. And you roll Jawar Jordan for majority of it. Just don't start off with him. But running game was very effective today. And a lot of that was thanks to Jawar Jordan. Kind of wanted him to find the end zone, but ultimately that was the drive that Nico Collins scored his second touchdown of the day to put us up 40 to was it 40 to 20 at that point or 40 to 14, something like that. Um, it was 40 to 20, or yeah, to put us up 40 to 20 because it was 33-20 at one point. But yeah, Jawar Jordan was excellent today. Most yards, I don't know if it's rushing yards or just yards altogether. Obviously not passing yards like CJ Stroud's debut or Matt Schaub's debut wouldn't really count, but um, yeah, most yards by a Texan in their debut in franchise history, which I thought was a neat stat. Just really really showed out today. Got a game ball from Namiko. If you saw that post game locker room, team was really supportive of his performance. It seemed like just really balled out today. Was called up from the practice squad with no Nick Chubb. Um, so yeah, maybe we see more of him throughout the rest of the year. Maybe he's our RB3 and overtakes Dare in the depth chart. But yeah, Jawar Jordan really impressed me today. Definitely seems like there's a little bit of a gem in there. Came from Louisville. I think had like 1,200 yards his senior year. Just yeah, ran the ball really well, cut the ball really well. Seemed like his vision was there. Good patience. Just yeah, really really good game. He was in his bag today. Jawar Jordan was, so applaud him for that performance. Hopefully we see more of him headed throughout the rest of the year. Um, Other than that, the defense was solid today. More yards and points than we typically allow. Jacoby Brissett just magically plays well against the Texans for some reason. Only had 2 sacks in there. You would have liked more with no Paris Johnson for the Cardinals. Um, but most of those yards were garbage time yards, just allowing them to kind of move down the field, bend but don't break. 20 points allowed, 3 touchdowns, 2 to McBride, 1 to Michael Wilson. And then they tried to go for 2. Jalen Petrie almost was probably able to return that if he caught it. Kamari Lassiter got a pick, sorry, on a throw to the end zone by Brissett, intended for Michael Wilson, just out of his reach a little bit. Kamari was able to pick it off, and then does a backflip. Daniil Hunter was able to get a sack. Same with Danico Autry at the end of the half, and then Niels came in the second half. But yeah, just pretty cruise control day for the defense. Allowed 20 points, allowed 300 yards, which again both more than our averages. We allowed 16 points per game headed into this game, and I think like 260 yards per game headed into this, but not really going to complain. The offense did what they're supposed to do. The defense just decided, hey, we can kind of just cruise out this game. Had a lot of backups in, a lot of rotation today because pretty controlled result. It wasn't like the defense was going all guns blazing, but they still had a pretty good day. So there's that testament to them. Played very well, just backed up our offense when they needed backing. Sort of like on that opening drive when they held the Cardinals to -7 yards on one drive, and then the offense was able to go make it 17-0. And once it was 17-0, everyone kind of just knew that Texans were going to be able to see this game out. And I think the defense understood that too, so they were just kind of preserving their bodies there. But yeah, really solid day for the defense. Nothing too bad, nothing to complain about really. So moving on to the next topic and our last topic, which is the special teams. The special teams were excellent today. Jalen Noel only returned the ball twice today, for 108 yards. He had one for 41 to start out the game, and then one for 69. Um, yeah, just a really big day for Jalen Noel on the return standpoint. Had 13 punt return yards. Texans got the ball deep into their own territory around like the 7 or 6 yard line, and then Jalen Noel was able to turn it up to like 20, to give us better start and field position. But the kick returns were massive. Started out the game on a positive note. Obviously, when you have a 41-yard kick return, um, to start the game out, the offense is hype. They have good field position. After that, Cardinals didn't even want to kick it to Jalen Noel. They didn't want him to return it. So they just started ending up kicking it into the end zone, and then the Texans would have the ball at the 35-yard line. Um, and then I have Jamal Hill here because after our first touchdown, we kick it off. And I don't really know this dude's name. I'm not a Cardinals fan. I'm not really going to research his name. But his number is 86. His last name is Taylor. Um, Returns it from the left side. And then, yeah, Jamal Hill just absolutely pops him. Helmet hits the ball. Ball goes flying. Dara Gumawale is able to scoop it, or well, catch it out the air, and then is tackled around the 30-yard line, which sets the offense up. They go three. No, not three and out. They get a first down, and then are eventually stopped, and it puts us up 10-0. But really positive start. The defense did not have to go out into the field until it was 10-0. So yeah, special teams were huge in this game today. Just really set us off on a good foot. After that return, um, Cardinals dropped one with number 37, and then prayers to Andreas. I don't want to pronounce his last name wrong. It's like Bacalia. Um, I'm gonna look up a proper pronunciation. Just because I want to send all my prayers to him. Um, yeah, was carted off. Um, really long pause in the stadium. Everyone didn't know what happened. Um, but yeah, prayers to him. I hope he's able to make a recovery. The stadium was, obviously applauding him off, but never like to see that. Um, but for what I'm talking about here, the Cardinals kept rotating returners because it seemed like no one was really able to deal with the Texans special teams in this game, especially their kickoff return team or kickoff team. Sorry. Cardinals kickoff return just wasn't able to handle it, and the Texans special teams was just able to take over this game. Really put us on a positive front. So all three phases of the ball played well. Um, just a really nice day. You can see here only 20 points allowed, 133 rushing yards, 260 passing yards, equated to I think over 400 yards on the day, with C.J. Stroud's uh, rushing yards as well. So yeah, those are the key takeaways from Texans 40, Cardinals 20. If there's anything else you want to talk about, leave it down in the comment section below. I'll always respond. I'll always be up for either a debate or just, common conversation. Just talk to me in the comment section down below. Huge Texans fan, go to every single game, watch every single game back like 3 times. So if there's something I don't pick up on, there's definitely going to be something I pick up on within the next couple days. So, again, just let me know down in the comments if there's any type of content you want to see about the Texans or anything like that. We're up to 9-5 from 3-5, six wins in a row. D'Amico Ryans has his team rolling, headed into the playoffs, which I think we have a 95 or more than 95% chance of headed or going to. So, yeah, don't count this team out. This team can make a run. We got the Raiders next week, which I believe I'll be at as well. So, yeah, let me know what you want to talk about down in the comment section. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, subscribe. And as always, it's Repulse, and I'm out. Thanks again for watching. Peace.